Hello and welcome to Gauntlet City Limits. This is the ongoing living campaign of a tabletop RPGs set in a modern day city with lots of weird things that go on. We play every month a different RPG, an indie story, small press, small book RPG. And this month, which is December 2017, I'm excited because we are playing Pack of Strays. Pack of Strays is written by Philip Wessels, and it is a hack of lasers and feelings, which was originally by John Harper. In this game, everyone will be playing werewolves who live and breathe in Gauntlet City, my favorite city. And so we are about to go through character creation here, and then we'll jump into play. So starting off with character creation is pretty quick. The first thing is that you have a name or an alias, like it's your pack name, it's your nickname. There is a nope, there isn't a drop down list. It's dog names. You're perfectly happy to get that, or if there is another type of nickname. Josh, if you think about 1%er and all the cool names that from there, or Dylan, there are lots of opportunities there. I can also give you suggestions if you guys Skipper, Duke, Max, Coco, Lulu, Zip, Buster. They're totally, they're fun. They're fun names. The other piece is your self-control, and this number will change over time. Your self-control will be between 2 to 5. The lower number means that you are good at doing things that are feral, letting out the beast, creating terror, acting with wild passion and abandon. And then the higher control, or a 5, anything towards a 5, means you're better at smooth things like manipulation, slick moves, stealth, calm, and precise action. As you play through the game, you can lose and gain control. So this is how you'll start, which is a neat tweak from Lasers and Feelings. Normally, those hacks, that number kind of stays the same, but this is a little bit more. In fact, it even says in the PDF, pencil it in, because that is something that will change. Feel free to talk amongst yourselves. If somebody wants to claim, I want to be the super smooth and suave pack member, that's fine. Because there are 4 of you, you can run the gamut. There will be a little bit of overlap, so there's no real niche protection here.
Seems like Jack and Billy are birds of a feather.
Cool.
Yeah.
Father Jack.
Father Jack.
Really neat. Father as in religious father?
Yes. Yeah.
Neat.
Yeah.
I see a lot of people are starting to make choices, but just to walk through it, you stray for, so as a pack of strays, there's something that you stray. This is a way in which your character is marginalized, is what general society might consider odd or different about you. So those things could be a social status, socioeconomic status, orientation, ableness. All of those things can be why you're considered a stray. Your impulse is important because when you lose control or when you aren't sure what to do, this is a great cue for how your character would react to situations. And then the territory is your home turf. There's a cool little drop down. Oh, you're from St. Mays. Yay. So you got a cool drop downs that you can choose there. Choosing why you became a werewolf, and everybody can have the same reason. You can all have different reasons. They're 100% valid, whatever you choose. And if there's something you don't like any of the options, we can talk about other options. This is totally cool. Then that last thing that you choose is what you owe Darcy for. And that's Darcy is a great pack leader, a good alpha, I assume, or at least everybody owes them. So that's important. We'll figure out exactly how Darcy led the pack as we play. Everybody has nicknames. Looks like we have some stray reasons for everybody. Impulses. So let's talk about the impulses just to make sure everybody... Those are very open to interpretation. So I may ask questions about that to make sure that I get your interpretation for what Rumplay Rower might mean, and what being a good wolfie is about, and how you brood and smolder, and how you choose to spread the love. All of those impulses that you've chosen, those triggers, are important, and we'll figure that out together. Man, this is a quick to the table. Like, are we ready? Like, our characters generally... All right, so let's talk a little bit about alpha strings and saved dice. Okay. Okay. You'll be rolling a series of 6-sided dice whenever there are challenges. The number of successes that you get with the target of your number, like the self-control there, the more dice that succeed. If 1 die succeeds, you barely manage it. 2 die succeed, you do it with no complications or do it well and effectively. 3 or more die succeed, that's a critical success, and that allows you to... If you're being too smooth and the others call you on it. Yeah, so you get a critical success on 3 die succeeding, which can allow you to... Sorry, I just flipped the critical success in the exact match. So if 3 dice succeed, you get a critical success. If you're being too smooth and the others call you on it, then you have to act beastly or lose an alpha string. And then if you roll exactly on any die, then you have alpha status. Alpha status within the pack is important because you gain an alpha string on the pack. And if you take a look, alpha strings are on rows 22 and 23 combined there. Yeah, there's no drop down to tell you what you can do with alpha strings. So let me copy that in. I just realized that. That would be very helpful. So let me stick that into the doc. So you can spin these alpha strings at any time to ask me a question I have to answer honestly. And those are cool. They kind of look like a little like something you might see in Apocalypse World, which is awesome. You can also use it to grant control. Remember, that's the stat that moves up and down as we play. You can give somebody a D6, tempt them to do stuff for you. And then you can bark or bite to remove a D6 before a roll. Cool. So if you take a look at 78, it talks about row 78 on the character keeper. I've now put down the rules for what you do. Oh, there's a little formatting thing. The U and the T become a box. And let's see if there are any other weird bits. Okay, everything else looks like it makes sense. Cool. Sometimes your monstrous side bubbles out and you have to let it out. That is something I'm also going to drop in. Just to make sure everybody has that for reference. Because that's an interesting part of the game, and it's also the part that's probably most likely to be X-carded, which is okay. If it makes you uncomfortable, we just move past it. We glide past it, and that is A-okay. But the things in letting out the beast are wreaking havoc eviscerating life, revel in filth, gorge excessively, dominate physically, or drip your sex. Just think of these 7 deadly sins. That's how I try to remember it. And so that often happens when you're seeing red. When you reach 0 control, then the beast takes over and at its worst, and that's where you will you can choose to black out at that point. Anytime anybody can say you black out, and then we don't have to narrate anything more. And if you black out, then you can choose some options to regain control. Those options are terrible things that you did while the beast was out. Just throwing a whole lot of rules out at folks. Hopefully you already have the PDF. I know there's a level of comfort with at least half the group, but I wanted to talk it out. Does anyone have any questions about what we've talked about so far? Everybody good? Okay, good. All right. Well, Rich gets out his little indexy cards, his pen. This is the part where I give myself hand cramps. So let's talk about your strays. Who would like to be the first to introduce their stray? Right, chomping at the bit, filled up with alpha strings. River! It's the last time I call you River now. Now you got to be your character. Tell us about your stray, River.
So I'm playing Billy, aka Boomer. She has a host of issues with her head that drove her away from her family, and she sort of haunts the Benningsbridge Community Center, and her level of control is 2. She is feeling particularly on edge today. She became a werewolf by the use of a needle, and I owe Darcy for trusting me.
Cool. What did Darcy trust you with? What's the most recent thing that Darcy trusted you with? Was showing a new pack member? Was it with a secret? Was it some kind of action that you did for them?
If it's okay with you, Josh, I helped him track down Shadow. All right.
Well, now we know that Darcy's a guy. Thank you.
I just...
That's A-okay. We're going to find out at some point. Okay, cool. River, you okay?
Just congested.
Well, okay, cool. So Billy, you said that she has issues with her head. Can you give me just a little bit? Like, is it something that's obvious? What will we see?
I gotta step away for a second. I'll be back.
Okay, Dylan, understood.
It is not something that is terribly obvious if you're just looking at her, but she does tend to have absence seizures and all the fun stuff that goes with that, including mind-numbing headaches and so on and so forth.
When she lets the wolf out, does that pain decrease or increase?
Oh, increases just exponentially.
She got it from a needle.
Yes.
Was this prescribed medicine or not?
This was prescribed for somebody else, and like you do when you don't have good access to healthcare, you will acquire stuff on the streets and things like that. And so yeah, she got lycanthropy from a tainted needle or tainted drug supply.
Cool. Now, was this I'm just trying to get information so it's clear. Was Billy, did she purchase this because she thought it was medicine to help with the headaches, or did she purchase it for a release, like she was looking for some kind of pain relief, regardless of whether it was prescription or cooked up or whatever?
Well, it's sort of. She can't be sure, but she did do some recreational drugs, but mostly the stuff that's. Yeah, the stuff that went in the most expensive to get needles was the brain meds. So she's guessing that one was the one, but she could be wrong.
Now, she lives at a community center. How did she afford the drugs? Like, what did she do for that money?
Um, Mostly a series of side hustles. She's kind of lives on people's couches and things. Because, well, when you suddenly become absent for 20 to 40 minutes at a time, you don't. It's hard to hold down a job sometimes.
Cool. What skills did Billy bring to the table to find Shadow?
Intense determination. Um, if you want something done, you've got to really want it to get done. And yeah, she's good at bringing that passion forward.
She's currently in self-control 2. Is that rare or is that a frequent self-control that she finds herself?
It swings. It swings pretty dramatically.
Okay. Cool. And then last question for now. How long has Billy run with his pack?
Probably more than 6 months, less than 2 years, somewhere in that. I'll be able to zero in on it a lot easier after I have other people's info.
That's fair. That's fair. And I'm sorry, I said one more question and then I lied. What do you look like, Billy?
So it makes great radio, of course, but I have a picture posted up in the Pack of Strays sheet, and I look like I have very sunken dark eyes, which I try to pass off as makeup, but mostly I just look extremely tired all the time, and I have sort of a washed out sort of complexion. I also tend to wear jeans that have holes in them and clothing that's just a bit too big, probably donated from other people.
Cool. Thank you. Yeah, for some reason the picture didn't show up, but I see her now. I went off of that tab and back onto it, and there she disappeared. She appeared like magic. All right. Well, we learned a little bit about Billy. Next, I'd like to talk to Shadow. Shadow, what do you look like?
I was trying to find a picture, but wasn't really finding anything good. I kind of just, probably late 20s, early 30s, kind of gruff looking. I think he was like a military veteran. Now he's pretty much homeless or pretty close to it anyway. Pretty poor. He's just kind of rough. Doesn't clean up all that well. But let's see. So I live at the old general store and work there. The owner kind of just lets me sleep in the back and do odd jobs for him.
Why do they call you Shadow?
Because as a wolf, my fur is almost completely black. Difficult to see him at night. Usually pretty silent whenever he is a wolf. He's pretty silent most of the time, broody and whatnot.
As he broods and smolders, I see. That's cool. Cool. Okay. Now, how did you become a werewolf? I see here it says by request. Talk to me a little bit about that. Who turned you? Was it Darcy? Was it another member of this pack?
I think it was Darcy. I think something had happened to me, whether I was attacked or thing. Darcy saved my life, and I owe him. And I think it has to do with something had happened to me, and asking for them to save me. Didn't really know that meant the only way that I could be saved was by being turned. But I accepted it anyway, since that was the only way to survive. Wasn't quite ready to go out.
Nice. Seems like you're middle of the road on self-control with a 3. Is that your normal state?
I think so. I think he can pretty much at any time go either way, but he tries to keep control, but it's probably pretty bad whenever he loses it.
How old is Darcy?
I think Darcy is probably mid-50s.
Mid-50s, okay. Does he look it?
I think because of being a werewolf, he looks a little bit younger.
Okay, cool. All right, let's see. So, Darcy saved your life. You requested to become a werewolf. What's the best thing about being a werewolf, Shadow?
When I want to be alone, I can just kind of go off to the woods and just be a wolf when I deal with things.
Cool. So Billy. Billy found you. Where did Billy find you when you went missing?
It might have actually been Billy who found me whenever I was hurt, and then brought Darcy to me.
Ooh. So how long have you been a wolf then?
About year and a half, something like that.
So you were dying. Somebody robbed the general store? Did you run afoul of the law?
I think it was that, somebody robbed the general store and probably jumped in to save the owner's life.
Nice.
That's
So is that how you ended up working there then? Like he felt...
Yeah, he felt something to, felt like there was nothing he could really do, but thought maybe that was something.
So that's why he never talks about your crappy work ethic and that whole thing where you go off into the woods by yourself. Okay.
Probably.
All right, cool. Let's give him a name. Let's call him Alberto Neves. Is that cool?
Works for me.
So Alberto Neves runs Ye Old General Store, or owns it.
Probably just call him Bert.
That works for me. I'm going to put that in as his nickname. Cool. I have stuck him in the NPCs. And we'll learn more about him as we go. I'll put owns. You make David so happy that you chose Ye Old General Store because that's his neighborhood. So
did not know that.
Colonial Vintage Town is kind of a tourist trap. It's mocked up like, imagine Williamsburg, except like this little area. So Ye Old General Shop is a gas station and a general shop that sells a lot of bric-a-brac and Gauntlet City done in really old font kind of stuff. So yeah, just be advised that the place you work is full of chintzy stuff. Cool. Excellent. All right. So yeah, Billy helped to find you, and then Darcy saved your life by he made you a wolf. Did he bite you? Because that's what the movies say. Is that how it works for you?
Yeah, I'll go with that.
Okay, cool. I like it. Awesome. Good. I am going to jump over and find out about Father Jack. Father Jack, what do you look like?
I went in and put a picture up there, but I think he's a little older, in 40s, not showing his age for a couple of years because he's been a wolf for a little bit. And he's got that sort of he's got the counselor face that he pretty much gives everybody. So he's always got like super on point nonverbals and arches his eyebrows at all the right times and nods at exactly the right moment. So I think that's more the visual impression is like his nonverbals are always so on point, and he always looks like he's just completely invested in what you're saying. But also, he's coming back. He was wearing a little thin around the eyes and had skin conditions and a little. But he's starting to come back a little bit.
Oh, interesting. Tell me a little bit about this. So skin condition. I see here that you're straight.
All the typical stuff you expect from a really severe alcohol abuse.
Alcohol abuse. Okay.
Yeah, it's a pretty heavy drunk. I mean, even though there's not been a pastor at St. May's for a while, he's still the interim assistant pastor. Even though they've not had a regular pastor in a long time, he's still the interim assistant pastor because no one in the church hierarchy trusts him to not get drunk or not to go back. But being a wolf has sort of helped out. It may not necessarily help out with the substance abuse, but it helps him sober up a little bit more quickly. And it helps him kind of create the appearance of being a little bit more in control. But he's still he's not clean.
Okay. I see here though he's got a 5 in self-control. He's really got things. He's definitely on the wagon right now.
He's on the wagon right now, and he's really good at presenting. Like a lot of people with substance abuse issues, he goes on upswings where he's really good at presenting as having himself his shit together. So I think that's the 5. Is he's really good at looking like he's got his shit together. But it definitely goes down more often than anyone wants to admit.
Okay. So we know Darcy is in his 50s, has aged relatively well, but what would you say about his look? Like, what's Father Jack's opinion? What's Max's opinion of Darcy's looks?
Of Darcy's look, Darcy is sharp looking. I mean, Darcy looks dignified and handsome. Darcy, is just, he's kind of the epitome of like that kind of brooding, smoldering werewolf look.
Nice.
He is a silver wolf, which is a little like a silver fox, but a little more wolfy.
Cool. I like that. So of the other pack members, Billy, Shadow, and sorry, I apologize, but Duke.
Boomer, Shadow, and Duke. Okay.
Boomer. Oh, jeez, I'm sorry. I'll get it right. I give myself -1 experience point.
Oh,
Boomer,
do we have a
Shadow, and
collision?
pardon?
We have a collision. We have someone whose name is Duke.
Yeah,
whose
we
wolf
should
name is
probably fix
Shadow,
that.
and somebody else's name is Eddie, but his wolf name is Duke.
I'll change mine since I haven't introduced my character yet.
Awesome.
Okay.
Thank
I
you.
didn't even notice that. Sorry.
But
Thank you very much for catching that.
you
Because
preempted me because I was going to say put up your Dukes.
Dukes. Cool. What do you owe Darcy for?
I think it ties to how Maxie became a werewolf. And that is, I think St. May's Church is how he got his werewolf name. So he's Maxie.
Nice.
But I think he was on a really self-destructive end of a bender. He wasn't deliberately going to hurt himself, but he was certainly daring fate to hurt him pretty badly. When Darcy intervened, and they ended up having sex, and then during the sex he got bit pretty hard, and
Well, that gives a whole new meaning to unprotected sex.
yeah.
Just couldn't put a muzzle on it. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Was it just the one time? Or have you guys hooked up since then?
Probably since then a few times. Some of them Maxie's been sober for.
Does Maxie usually find Darcy or the other way around?
I think Maxie usually goes find Darcy.
Cool. When's the last time you two were together?
Maybe last week.
Cool. What do you envy about Darcy's relationship with Boomer?
With Boomer, that Darcy really trusts Boomer, and I don't know if Darcy doesn't really distrust would actually distrust Maxie or would fess up to distrusting Maxie, but I think Maxie always thinks that because in his professional life so many people don't trust him, or so many people who are over him don't trust him, so he just kind of assumes that about everybody. So the level of just organic free-flowing trust that Darcy has for Boomer is something that Maxie's a little envious of. Or at least, it may not look that way to Boomer, but that's what Maxie sees every time Darcy talks about her.
Gotcha. Cool. Good. Anything else about Father Jack that I've missed?
I think that's it.
Good. Okay. Dylan, you good?
I'm good.
All right. Awesome. So let's introduce the not Duke. Tell us about Zip.
Sure. All right. So Zip is a recovering heroin addict, and he's been sober for about 8 months. Let's see. His impulse.
Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe you cut out. How long has he been sober for?
Oh, he's been sober for about 8 months.
Okay.
I kind of toggled between substance abuse and poverty too, because he's been in and out of jail. in his life. He's he hasn't really been able to hold down a job for very long.
Is he jobless right now?
He's got a job actually. He does a sort of like it's not quite security, but just patrols the rail yards, kind of like security, I guess, but not quite doesn't carry a gun or anything.
So you're not even a rent-a-cop. You're just like a watchman or something.
Yeah, like a watchman, exactly.
Cool. Do they give you like that kick-ass mag light that you could beat somebody senseless with because it's all big and metal?
Yeah, he gets a flashlight because he's a night watchman.
Nice.
Yeah.
Like it. All right, up at Stadium Park. I love it. Way to go.
I hacked that in, if that's okay.
Dude, it's totally okay. I give you 100% permit. Yeah, I'm going to change the validation just so you get to put that in. There's not that warning anymore. It's 100% legit.
All right.
Okay.
Cool. So his impulse is to be a good wolfie. He's only been a werewolf for 8 months, so he basically rock bottom for him was nearly overdosing and passed out in in an abandoned building and was attacked by a werewolf.
Was it one of these? Was it a member of this pack?
He doesn't know.
Hmm.
He doesn't know who attacked him. He was way too high.
Nice. What do you owe Darcy for?
Teaching me the way.
Oh. And what kind of ways have been most beneficial for Zip?
Well, Zip kind of views being a werewolf as sort of being born again. Darcy is his almost like a spiritual guide.
Nice.
He's heavily focused on, the pack and being a werewolf and being a good wolfie, because that also helps him helps manage his sobriety.
Good. So he's not a member of some kind of.
He is. He goes to meetings all the time.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Okay. So you have a pen? Like, say, I don't imagine.
He got a 6-month one, I think, and
Okay.
1 year is his next milestone.
What do you admire or adore most about Darcy's relationship with Maxie?
I think Dorothy doesn't treat Maxie like a drunk. I think I adore that, but I might be a little conflicted too, because thinking like he needs some, at some point he needs some tough love. Get him in the he needs to get in the program.
He's not a member of a program or anything like that, right?
Yeah.
So tell me if I'm wrong here, Zip, but it sounds like you've got the program, you're trying to be a good wolfie. Are you like a little bit of, like, do you get in the business of the other members of your pack sometimes?
I think so, but more out of this is also new to more about out of curiosity than to interfere.
Because you wouldn't want to get in Darcy's way for running the pack?
Yeah, doesn't want to get in Darcy's way. No, but wants to know what are other wolves doing and how are they. He's still kind of he's embraced this new life, but he's still adjusting to it.
Gotcha. How does Darcy dress? He's a handsome silver wolf in his 50s. How does he dress? Does he dress trendy? Does he dress rustic? Is he a little bit of a hipster? Real casual?
I think he always think he always wears nice suits,
Neat.
like tailored suits, like. And he's got a lot of them.
Fascinating.
I don't imagine.
Unless that conflicts
I
with
don't
something I
imagine-
missed while I was up.
No, but I don't imagine he's the type that wears a tie very often. He seems like, I don't know, like the turtleneck and suit jacket, or the t-shirt and suit jacket type.
What about the Mark Cuban thing, where it's like the the suit with the collared shirt but no tie, and you open at the collared shirt open at the top.
Yeah,
Or I could go with the turtle.
turtle.
I'd go with the turtleneck thing, but then I think if he wears a turtleneck, I think it's always the same thing. It's always a like a dark suit and like a navy blue turtleneck.
Yeah.
I'll go with that. Yeah.
All right.
Something that complements his skin tone.
What is the skin tone?
The first notion that popped into my head was that he's Filipino, which doesn't exactly narrow it down.
Okay.
Sort of a golden brown.
And so it is. Excellent. Good. Did anybody have anything about their characters that they wanted to express before we move forward? Anything that I haven't asked about that you want to make sure you get on, like, out early? Everybody good? Okay. Cool. We're going to take our one and only break. It's going to be 3 to 5 minutes. Just going to need a moment or two to reflect, and then we're going to jump in with scenes. Okay? Cool. See you guys in about 35 minutes. been watching The Punisher, and just got to episode 10, and there are some definite like Pack of Strays feelings that I get with that show. Just certain ways that they
Don't you ruin it for me.
Oh no, just saying the way they explore like PTSD and the way that veterans are, the way that they're portrayed. It's really interesting. Like
It's
super,
really good.
super good.
You're talking about the Punisher?
Yeah. I was shocked at how good I did not expect it to be very good. So I'm quite enjoying it.
Also, really didn't. I was like, I can't. I don't know that I can deal with that much Frank Castle, but I'm enjoying it a lot. Enjoying it way much more than Daredevil.
I've liked it better than any of the than the old Punisher movie so far, but I'm only about halfway through.
Wait, Dolph Lundgren? No, he's the best Punisher. No, wait, it's Thomas Jane. No, wait. Oh, it's so sad how hard they've tried to make Punisher something cool, but this one did it. This is the best portrayal of Punisher I've ever seen on screen.
Well,
And it's mostly
Marvel
because it's not all him all the
actually
time. All right, we are going to pick up at around 10:30 at night, and we start off with the sound of a rustic bell from the door that's being opened to Ye Old General Shop. You are pulling a shift because something has gone wrong with Bert's family, Shadow. Something's gone wrong with Bert's family. What is it? Is it trouble with one of his kids, his wife, or an extended family member?
I think it is his cousin that he's really close to was got arrested or something.
Nice. I like that. So cousin ran afoul of the law. And so he has gone down to Gauntlet City Police Department, one of the precincts, to deal with that. And he's asked you, hey, can you mind the store? The store doesn't close for another 15 minutes. We'll say it's like 10:45 and it closes at 11 o'clock because this being a touristy part, like all of the come visit, colonial, vintage, ancient Gauntlet City, ye old Gauntlet City, all shuts down, and the people who portray, they're dressed in the colonial style clothes and everything. Those actors have already come through and left out. So all this is mostly a gas station with a whole lot of bric-a-brac. Shadows, you're working, and I'm thinking the Boomer comes in. Boomer, because well, you're intense, right? You want to find something, you're intense. And Darcy has been missing. Darcy's been missing for 3 days now. And so you come into the convenience store, the Ye Old General Shop. You see the Shadow, your packmate, is there. But we pause for a moment as the two of you probably see each other. There's a couple of folks that are, like one lady that's checking all the milk in the cooler. She's like looking at one milk and moving it, and she's kind of rotating it around. So you guys can't really talk business, but the radio is playing. I don't know if it's your favorite program, but it's Dogman Radio. Dogman Radio is kind of the late night radio program that often appears on Gauntlet City's own radio station. The guy talks about a lot of weird shit. And you hear, this is Dogman Radio, Howling at Night. Just want to let everybody know, because you're not going to hear it anywhere else. You need to stay away from Gauntlet City Zoo. Gauntlet City Zoo. Now, the creepies and the crawlies and the creatures you find there, that you pay money? Yeah, sure, you pay money to go there, but I've heard there's something more. There's something more at Gauntlet City Zoo. That's right. Now, I've talked to Ralph here on the phone. He called in to let us know, give us a little heads up. Yeah, this is Ralph. So, What is it, Ralph, that you saw at the zoo? Well, I was driving past, and I just decided to kind of take a look because there's like a lion. Sometimes you can see the lion from the highway. You can see the lion. You can look over because it's one of those like not enclosures, not in cages and stuff. But I saw it, and it was this big monster in there. It was like as big as a lion. The lion was like pissing itself, and it all moves up in the corner. And I didn't even know what did this monster look like exactly here, Ralph. Well, it was kind of big, a big hairy. It's got just great big fucking ears. I'm sorry. Can I say fuck on the radio? No, actually, you can't. And the lady comes up with 3 big cartons of milk, and she drops them on the counter, and she says, "Oh, can you turn that down, please? Oh, the guy is so gross."
Kind of like roll my eyes, not really caring, reach over and turn it down.
Yeah, these were the best dates that I could find. Hold on. And she reaches into her like big purse that clasps and it's like all like knitted and stuff. Hold on. She starts reaching in, picking around. You hear jangles of keys and the like. And she smells like mildew.
Oops.
She smells like mildew, Shadow. She pulls out this coupon. Buy 2, get 1 free. She's like unwrinkles. It's all crumpled up. She unwrinkles it and she lays it down on the counter. Pulls out her coin purse and starts trying to pay for the milk. What do you do?
I'll look at the coupon and see if it's expired.
It is not expired. However, it is not a ye old general store coupon. It is like a competitor coupon.
Tell her, I'm sorry, ma'am, but this is not for our store.
She does this thing like she's wearing glasses and they're like barely hanging on her nose. She does this look up like, you don't accept competitors' coupons? That's just good business. That's just good business, sir.
We're a small store. We can't do matches to the big stores.
Well, I've never seen anyone else buy milk here, and probably all goes bad.
You'd be surprised. Gets used. Before it goes bad, we give it to a homeless shelter.
Well, then I will just take 1, and you can put the other 2 back.
That's fine.
She starts reaching in and pulling out like nickels and dimes, counting out the $4 worth of milk. You ring her up, and then she will leave. She looks back at you a couple times
to make sure it's correct.
When she leaves the counter, I just pop open one of them and start drinking it.
You all pay for that?
Yes, I'm gonna pay for it. Let me have this, Shadow. Let me have this.
You can have it. You're just gonna have to pay for it. Bert's got some trouble right now. I don't want him coming back to this place being a mess.
There's like $4 in a 1 and a 1 and a $2 bill, all like crinkled up.
A $2 bill? Nice.
Haven't seen one of those in a while.
I pick up the other one and put it back in the freezer, or the refrigerator, I mean.
Thanks.
When I get back, I just sort of wrinkle my nose and make like a sneezing like gesture. What was up with that lady?
That sure wasn't.
Yeah.
So what's up?
3 days. 3 days is what's up, Shadow. 3 days since our fearless leader went away. If he was going to go on
What
a
do you
flight to New York or something like that, he would have told us, right?
Yeah, he always tells us.
So where in the can't say that's on the radio is he?
Uh, I I have no idea.
Well, I'm going to stay out of your way until you close, but then we've got to go looking for him, okay? It's too long.
Like, it's close enough. I'll close up here. Just wait outside, and I'll meet you out in front.
Sure. I say I pick up the carton of milk and just end up like sitting cross-legged in front of the store drinking the milk like a delinquent.
So Boomer, you start to walk outside the store. I'm imagining shadows kind of walking near to behind you, and there's a guy who's like 6'3" who is getting off of a motorcycle, and he's in leathers, big guy, and he's headed for the door. Kind of brushes past you. Doesn't like shoulder bump you. It just doesn't really get out of your way. Isn't at all courteous. You let him pass?
I mean, if he's like getting to me while I'm in the door, then that would be a problem. But if I'm already through it, I'll just like step out of the way.
Yeah, you're right through it. Step out of the way. He pushes the door open, Shadow.
Oh, I'm an idiot. No, I can't not do this. I can't not do this.
What do you do?
I'm gonna pilfer something off of him.
Oh my goodness. Well,
Self-control is 2.
Yeah, that's true. So I think that's something that's kind of smooth.
It is.
You gotta do it with stealth and calm and precise action. All of these things you're not terribly good at.
I'm exceptionally bad at.
Yeah. So let's build a pool. This is awesome. We're engaging in the dice here. So does this involve your straying from society?
Yeah.
Okay. But your ableness, you think?
No.
How do you see involving it? I'm not saying no. I just want to make sure I understand.
Oh, right. No, I think it's more of my impulse to play.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. So yeah, plus 1d for your impulse. And you're not in your home turf. So you've got a self-control of 2. That's your target. So you've got 1d6 because this is risky, and 1d6 because it's your impulse.
All right.
All right. So you're on 2d6, and you are looking to.
Big fat nothing.
Yeah. Okay, awesome. So if none of your dice succeed, it goes wrong. I say how things get worse, and I may force you to lose 1 control and let out the beast. So you reach into his pocket, and you grab his wallet, but it's on a chain. And so you're trying to like snake out the money and maybe just leave it hanging, and he notices it. He's halfway through the door and he turns around and he backhands you. Like no hesitation whatsoever. He just backhand slaps you across the face. And I think it hurts enough to take away 1 of your self-control.
I'm going to rush up and grab his arm.
I can like dictate the terms of the failure. I just sort of like my whole body just sort of twists, but I don't fall down. I just sort of like turn to him like that.
Nice. Okay, that's wicked. And then Shadow, you grab he backhanded like this. He's got the door slightly open. He hadn't stepped foot in the store, so you're grabbing him. What do you do, Shadow? Because you're going to grab his attention.
Yeah, what was that for? You don't do that to a lady.
Bitch just tried to pickpocket me. Stay the hell away. He opens up his wallet, checks and sees, and he slides it back into his pocket. Get you arrested, bitch.
Billy, go wait over there.
I go like a little ways down and then sit cross-legged.
Your milk's a little spilled, right? But you pick it back up from it was kind of gushing out a little bit there, and pick it up off of the walk, and you go sit down and drink the rest. It's still a lot. It's like a gallon of milk, dude. It's a ton of milk. Guy comes in,
rubbing my eyes like, God damn it.
You know that girl?
She comes around here often.
Fucking panhandlers.
What can I do for you, sir?
Just get some malt liquor. Heads back to the cooler.
Okay. Yeah, it's right over there. Seems like you know where.
Cool. So we'll cut away from you guys. And we'll pick up at St. Mary's. Because we mentioned malt liquor, and that makes me think of Maxie for some reason. I'm not sure why that is. It's late at night. It's almost 11 o'clock. Is there a church event going on? Or are you just there by yourself, or what?
What day of the week is it?
Oh, that's a great question. It's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday. So I think there was probably Wednesday night mass. I think that's pretty common. And then, having not heard from Darcy in a couple of days, 3 days, 4 days, I lose count. First part of the week tends to be pretty busy. Maxie's trying to be really good, and so he went to the gym, which meant going to the other part of town where people don't know he's a priest, because otherwise people bug you at the gym. And then driving back to town, and then because if he was a drunk, he would just go get the communion wine and take it back to his apartment.
Mm-hmm.
He's not a drunk because he's beyond that. So he goes to the liquor store and gets some good. Well, he goes to get some like gin and some vermouth to make himself a martini after the gym because he was
classy.
Because he was good, but he can only get one because he doesn't have that much money on him. So he gets the cheapest brand of vermouth and goes back with that to the apartment, and at least gets the ice out and puts it in a glass. He doesn't drink out of the bottle because that's what a drunk would do. And he starts kind of that endless hole of like not being able to pick a Netflix show. So he's just like skimming through things on Netflix without selecting anything. And I think it's been about like 30 minutes since that started. Maybe 30 minutes generously. Maybe a little longer.
So Zip, why is it that you've decided to come and visit Father Jack this late at night? Is it about Darcy? Is something else?
I think I'm looking for Darcy, and I'm trying to raise a. I'm getting very anxious and very nervous because I haven't seen him or heard from him in 3 days, and that's the longest that I've gone since joining the pack.
Oh wow! Okay. So there's a knock at the door. Yeah. I assume you knock at the door, or do you wait outside and watch, or what do you do? What do you do?
I'll knock at the door.
Cool. And I'm sorry, Father Jack.
Pound at the door. A little panicked.
Nice. Is this apartment complex, a house?
I think this is, it would normally be like the shared housing for the priest at St. May's. But like, since he's not supposed to be the pastor, Maxie just sort of has his sort of like side apartment, and he uses, and like the side apartment was originally like the cleaning lady's apartment, like back in the 40s when it was built. It was built as an apartment for the cleaning lady. So he's just sort of taken over what used to be the cleaning lady's apartment. So that has like a servant's entrance, like side door.
Gotcha. Cool. So yeah, you hear a knock at the door. Both of you, of course, because you're wolves, you can hear that there's a nearby house not far from St. May's. Someone's left their dog out on a chain. You hear them barking, just barking.
Yeah. I put the vermouth and my glass of vermouth in the fridge so that no one will see me drinking it. And then I can I smell a werewolf?
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
I still don't want anybody to see me drinking it because it's just instinctive. But I turn off the television and go get the door.
Cool. Real quick question, Zip. What else do you smell like? You smell like wolf, but what other smell would Maxie pick up off of you?
Probably just, I'm kind of just generally, probably like musty clothes, sweetness from, I drink a lot of energy drinks too. So that's why they call him Zip.
Okay, cool. Nice. Yeah, so he smells like chlorine and that weird.
Yeah, those weird flavored energy drinks and stuff. Yeah.
Oh god, you just exude that.
And coffee, energy drinks smell like energy drinks, coffee, and werewolf.
Yeah. It's that zip smell.
Yeah.
So I just go to the door and I'm just like, I put my hoodie back on, and I'm still in my workout clothes because when you come home and immediately hit the bottle, you're still in your workout clothes. And I'm like, hey, Zip, just got back from the gym. You just caught me.
Maxie, you seen Darcy? Or heard from Darcy or know anything about where Darcy is?
Not since last week.
Darcy's never been gone this long without talking to us. Never.
I mean, people need their privacy. Is it? I mean, sometimes people just need.
No, this isn't privacy. When Darcy needs privacy, Darcy gets privacy. And we know where Darcy is when Darcy needs privacy, but Darcy's not here.
What do you mean Darcy's not here?
I don't know. I can't find Darcy. I've been looking everywhere. Nobody cares, but I'm telling you something's wrong.
Hey, we all care. I just want to make sure Darcy gets some privacy when Darcy needs privacy, but okay. All right. Why don't you come in?
He hasn't answered his phone.
He hasn't answered his phone?
Hasn't answered his phone. His email's full. Something's wrong. I'm telling you, something's wrong. What are we going to do, Maxie?
What would Darcy do if one of us went missing?
Darcy, get the pack. Find him.
Oh, but where would Darcy start hunting? I mean, we know where to find everybody who's not Darcy. So where would Darcy start hunting? Let's break it down the way Darcy would.
Okay. God. Oh, fucking A, I can't think with that dog barking.
Nice.
Okay.
Help me out, Max. You got to help me out on this one.
All right. Have you been to Darcy's place?
Yeah, he's not there.
Yeah, but have you been inside Darcy's place?
No.
Okay.
He's not there. It's quiet. The lights are off. I can't. It doesn't even smell like he's been there for days.
It was there like 4 or 5 days ago. But okay. All right. Why don't we just go over to Darcy's? We're going to have a look inside because that may tell us, maybe we can see where Darcy was headed, or we can see if Darcy had an appointment, or if Darcy packed a bag. We could see that, right? right? We could start. That's
Yeah.
a place to start.
Yeah, let's go and maybe
Darcy's
I don't.
car there.
Let's on the way maybe let's grab Shadow.
Okay. All right. We should grab Boomer too.
Where are we gonna find Boomer?
I don't know.
She's not answering her phone either, but she never answers her phone.
Does Shadow have a cell phone? Like something that you can take text on? Okay.
That'll be a big negatory.
All right. Why don't we call the store? Because Shadow tends to work late at night. I mean, so why don't we call the store and then we're going to go to Darcy's. All right. So we got a plan. We have steps.
Yeah.
All right.
God damn it! Shut that dog up. I'll be right back.
No. It's going to be okay. We're going to go get a car. We're going to get a car right now.
All
right. I'll call Shadow's store while we're on the way. All right.
Yeah. Let's go.
Right. It's okay. You all right?
Yeah. I'll be all right. All right. I got to find a meeting after this.
That dog. I mean, you're not a fluent dog, but you're a werewolf, right? What is the emotion that this dog is just bellowing out when he keeps barking and barking? Is the same pattern of barking?
I think he's telling me to get the hell out of his neighborhood. Get the hell out of his neighborhood and take that drunk priest with you.
Nice. So it's a dominance. He's alpha. He's trying to tell you guys to go away. Okay, cool. So, Maxie, do you get out? Do you grab your stuff and leave that alcohol, that nice drink, and chilling in the fridge?
It's gonna be there when I get back.
You sure?
Yeah,
it's good.
I mean, it's. I really got to focus right now on the stuff that we're talking about. And I'm a little worried about Darcy, but I don't want to show it in front of Zip because, still have that like gut instinct that people need their privacy. But, I do have a key to Darcy's place for a reason.
Yeah, but I mean, you could just shut the door. Zip could wait a minute. You could just drink that down really easy.
Oh man, I don't think Zip can wait. He's gonna be a little crazy tonight. And he's gonna be a little stressed out and worried. Oh man, I gotta take care of Zip.
Yeah, but you gotta get your shit together and have a drink like that. Calm your nerves. Make sure you think straight.
I think I'm gonna take my flask with me.
Okay. All right.
It's not fresh. It is not at all fresh. But it's and it's not at all good stuff. It's really cheap. It's really cheap bourbon. And it's been in that flask for about 9 months. So it's probably gonna taste like the inside of a flask, but it'll keep him calm. I'm really worried about Zip being so stressed out. He's not usually this stressed out. And I don't want him hurting anybody in the neighborhood or their dogs because I got to look out for my turf.
That dog belongs to one of your parishioners.
Right. I mean, any Catholic in the neighborhood is technically a parishioner of St. May's. And it's, imagine this is a pretty Catholic neighborhood.
Definitely.
Yeah. So, or at least that's the part I see. The people I talk to are Catholic.
Awesome. What do you drive?
Well, I'm not driving. I'm handing Zip the keys. And I'm just like, I think I drive a loaner, a clunker, like an old Ford, and I'm kind of crossing my fingers that it starts. It's not that bad, but it has occasional tendency to like not be reliable exactly the moment you don't need it, or exactly the moment you need it. Like exactly the moment you don't need any extra stress, it sometimes tends to be.
Awesome. Yeah, Zip, he wants you to drive. You good with that? No problems there. You just hop in. You guys drive it.
Yeah. How come you never You never want to drive. I'll drive. I don't care. Give me
I
the
mean,
keys.
I feel like you're a better driver.
If you've been drinking, I can smell it. So let's just go. I'll drive. Come on.
Nice. This car is a loaner. It's a hand-me-down.
Oh yeah.
It is the good news about it being brown is it hides a lot of the rust. The interior of this vehicle, well, let's just say the last person who drove it was a pizza delivery guy, and it's just permeated into the upholstery. It just always smells like pepperoni and tomato sauce. I don't know if that makes you hungry or makes you sick, but that's how it always smells. It just won't go away. It's worse than a smoker's car. And there's a faint hint of cannabis in some, like this, mostly the ceiling, it's the clothy ceiling, right, where one bit is ripped and it just kind of hangs down, so there's like this triangle in the rear view and you look back out of it, right? It's a lot of old courses. There's like one spill, there's this dark circle on the back seat where a lot of Coors was spilled one night, and it just didn't get cleaned up until 2 days later, and it just went down into the foam and everything like that. So it's an aromatic kind of vehicle.
Yeah. Yeah. And like, yeah, so I trust Zip knows where to go, and I'm just gonna focus on the road and try to sober up as I text, or not text. I start to text, and then I remember that I can't text. I'm gonna, I gotta text Shadow, and tell Shadow, not text. I gotta call Shadow. God, I hate calling this late at night. And I'm saying all this. This is.
It's the store. They're open.
Yeah, it's just like, just take calling late at night. It's just like not nice. So I put my phone on speaker and call Shadow.
Nice. And as you were going through kind of narrating your don't want to call and everything, the radio's on. It's WGCL, and Dogman Radio is on, and Dogman's here we are back again, Dogman Radio, and we have more reports of problems at Gauntlet City Zoo. Problems at Gauntlet City Zoo, stay away. The lion, well, let's just say they're going to find a carcass in the morning. So just stay away from Gauntlet City Zoo up there in Whopper Valley. So you call Yield General Store, is that right?
Yeah, it takes me a minute to get it, but I think I remember how to make the non-texting stuff work on this phone.
Do I dial 9 to get out? No, wait, it's my own phone.
I think while it's ringing and the radio's going, Zip actually reaches down and turns up the volume because he wants to hear what's going on. Zip wants to hear what the story is. So the phone just starts ringing now, and he reaches out and cranks up the volume to listen to.
Awesome. So you crank up the volume to listen to Dogman Radio. We cut back into Yield General Store, and that guy, he's very selective about his malt liquor because he has been kind of looking through different cans, looking around. He got a phone call. He talked for a little bit. And then the phone rings at Yield General Store.
God damn it. Who's calling now?
It's 11. You could totally close now.
Yeah. After this call, I'm kicking the guy out. So I pick up the phone and just, Yield General Store, what can I do for you?
I'm calling for Duke, please.
Max, is that you?
Oh, hi. Shadow.
You turned down the radio?
No.
Tell him I'm here. Tell him I'm here with you.
Zip's
I
here.
can't really hear what you're saying. Turn down your damn radio.
I turn off speakerphone and hold it up to my head, and just kind of shield it. Like, Zip's here with me, and we're going over to Darcy's place because
tell him Darcy's missing.
Everyone's a little stressed about not seeing Darcy for a few days. And I feel like it'd be good if you were there. Do you know how to get a hold of Boomer?
Yeah, I can bring her with me. what's going on? She mentioned something about him.
Just no one's seen Darcy since like early Saturday morning.
Well, it's really unusual.
Yeah, it's definitely very unusual.
Tom, it's extremely unusual.
It's extremely unusual.
Okay, I'll close up the store and get on the bus and be there as soon as we can.
We could swing by maybe. We got my
A little
car.
out of the way.
Is it going to be faster for you to get the bus?
I don't know. Probably like 15 minutes.
You know, screw it. We're not going to Darcy's house. We're going to the zoo. Meet us at the zoo. Tell him to meet us at the zoo.
What?
Meet you at this? Well, no. If we're going to the zoo, we should go pick him up.
I'm driving.
Yeah, I know. But if we're going to the zoo, you should pick him up because Whooper Valley bus service out to Whooper Valley sucks.
All right.
Why the hell are you saying we're going to the zoo? I heard him talking about it on the radio. A lion got out or something?
Zips just made a decision, and we're going to go out to the zoo. So,
I got a feeling. I just got a feeling that there's something going on.
Cool. So
I'm going to
talk to Boomer. Sorry. Just want to break in for a second and talk to Boomer. So Boomer, you finished up your milk. You're still out on the stoop. It's 11 o'clock. There's like a bank, like reader board. So you can see the clock on the bank reader board. It's across the way. 11 o'clock. Look back to see if that guy's picked up whatever he was going to buy and left. And Shadow's on the phone. And he's in some kind of conversation, not paying a whole lot of attention. That guy has just walked around. So Yale General Shop doesn't have like the big plexiglass. It's just an old style like counter thing. This guy's just walked around the counter because the counter just like walks out. Like he's walked around the counter and he's walking up to Shadow right now. Looks real intent. Like he's got a mean on. What do you do?
Two options are in my head. One, slash his tire like loudly so it goes boom and explodes. But then he won't leave. And then plan B is to completely bum rush him. So we're gonna go with plan B.
So I think like I said, better and whatnot, like that combined with the wolf, I think I probably like get a little bit of a feeling like tense up.
Not only do you, so like Boomer, you come in. Sorry, go ahead.
That like I come through the door and I just huck that straight for the dude that walked behind the counter.
Nice. So you get a weird feeling in the middle of this conversation, Shadow, and then you hear the bell and it draws your attention and Boomer throws something at, for a second you think it's at you, but then you realize no, it's not at you. The guy, he just popped out a switchblade.
That guy instinctively like try and elbow him in the face.
Nice.
Like, drop the phone.
That sounds amazing. I think you should try to do that. So let's build your die pool. I think you're doing something feral. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Letting out the beast, hair, wild, passionate action.
Yeah.
So let's build your die pool. One die for doing something. Let's see. Involves your strength from society. Is straight for poverty. I'm not sure about that one. Do you think that the reason for straying has to do with this fight? You tell me.
I don't know if it's necessarily because of the poverty, but like I said, I kind of imagine he's, was in the military, and so he's kind of come back and due to just become.
Okay, cool. I'll let slide. So that's 2 dice. Your impulse is to brood and smolder. I don't see that one fitting though, right? Do you?
Not really.
Okay, cool. Now each of you have an alpha string, and one of the things, Boomer, that you could do with this alpha string is you could, if you wanted to tell Shadow how to handle this, you could grant him a D6. But that's totally your option at this point. I'm just throwing it out there because we're playing around with the system. And you're in your home turf, so you've got a third die there. So you've got 3 dice naturally.
I shall go for the dick.
Awesome. So if you submit and you go for the dick, then that will be a 4th die. It's totally your choice if you want to do what Darcy tells you.
And it's spent here already, or only if he takes it?
Yes, you spend an alpha string at any time to do one of those things. So if you want to give somebody a D6 for submitting to you, you're dangling a D6 when you want them to do it.
Yeah, so like I said, my initial reaction is to try and elbow him in the face, and I think when she says that, after I hit him, I'm gonna swing down.
Nice, a 1-2 shot. That sounds awesome. That gives you 4 dice. You've got a really good chance here. You are trying to roll against your control here. Okay. Trying to roll feral, so you want to roll low.
The feral's high.
Wait,
right?
You're right. No, low control means you're better at feral stuff.
Right.
Okay. Am I confused? Hold on. Okay. You roll your die. You can roll if you're doing something feral. You want to roll
it's easier to roll above it.
You're right. I'm sorry. I was flipping the way you set up the stat, but you're right. When you roll the dice, you roll. Sorry, guys. Sorry.
There is exactly one problem with this system, and that is it.
Okay, so you want to roll above a 3. Or you want to roll a 3, exactly. That looks terrible, Duke. Am I right in seeing a 1, a 2, and a 2?
Yes.
Shouldn't there be 4 dice, though?
There are 4 dice. There's a 1, a 1, a 2, and a 2.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
That didn't go very well. So you're trying to get at least 1 die that's above.
Yeah. So you roll your dice and you compare each die result to your number. If you're doing something smooth, you want to roll under your control. If you're doing something feral, which we determined this is feral, you want to roll above your control. And rolling a 3 is like super awesome. You did none of that. You rolled really low, which would be great, and don't rest your head. So you could save those dice for later. But for now, you failed. So you throw an elbow back. You catch the guy in the face, and you could feel like he may have broken his nose. But when you go for the nut shot, he shoves your arm aside, and he stabs you in the gut. Yes. And it hurts. It hurts more than like getting cut. You're vet. You've been in combat.
Yeah.
It burns. It burns like silver.
Yeah, so
So what's the sound that they hear over the phone during the scuffle when you get cut, stabbed?
I got not like a, I don't know, it's just kind of like pretty loud, like grunting sound, like.
Nice.
Fucker has silver. What the hell?
Nice. So you guys hear that over the phone, and Boomer, you hear that as well. You smell the burning flesh. He pulls it out when you dance back, and he aims it up. He says, "Get the hell out of here, bitch. I got something to take care of." What do you do?
I put up my arms.
And I'm going to take a self-control from you as well there, yeah. Shadow.
Yeah.
I say, what the fuck? You're going to deck me for picking your pocket, and you're about to slice my buddy here up?
Okay, that's about what you get out when he moves back in on you, Shadow. He's going to try to He's trying to cut you again. What do you do?
No, I'm like coming over the counter.
Okay,
even.
cool. So you're coming over the counter too. Awesome. Let's see you roll feral here. Hey, you might be good at this, right?
Maybe ostensibly.
Ostensibly. Okay, you are not in your home.
Nope.
Your impulse is to run and play.
Which
Is this running
not
and play?
Nope.
And then does this involve your straying from society?
Only in that it involves the pack, but otherwise, no, not really.
Okay. Okay. We should probably talk a little bit more about the ableness and how you see that, because I think kicking somebody's ass with ableness, like in a way, I think that could work for me. Does it make sense?
My plan was this. My plan was to bite onto his knife arm and just weigh it down. So I guess
That's insane. I love it.
You know, that could work.
Sweet. So you have 2 dice.
That is 2.
Sweet. And one of those, 9. Yeah, both of them are above a 1. Okay, cool. So you got 2 successes.
Yep.
You do it well. Good job. So you bite his knife hand.
Yeah, I grab like his wrist with my hand, and then I just come in and bite onto his wrist, and then hang onto it with the other hand, and then like wrap my legs around his ankles, and just like continue pulling him down that way.
Nice. Now, is this like a bite? Like, are you biting and tearing out a big hunk of his flesh? Or are you biting and holding?
I'm biting and holding so that Duke can just split this guy's head open like a melon.
Cool. Awesome. So you do that thing, and the guy he's bigger than you.
Growling like a maniac.
That is insane. He's screaming like, "No, he's a monster! We gotta fucking kill him!"
Literally foaming at the mouth meanwhile.
Oh my God. Yeah, he's gonna be freaking out about you too. He still thinks you're just a crazy person. Shadow, you have a very open shot against the guy who stabbed you. He's dropped the knife.
He's dropped the knife?
Yeah.
So I'm going to like step on the knife and like slide it away.
Okay.
And I'm going to lay into him.
Awesome. You know. Give me another roll against your feral. We'll say that it would be the same. So you don't have the extra dice. You're rolling 3 dice right now.
Yep. Hold up. I'm not sure what just said. Oh. So I got 3 4s.
Nice. With 3 4s, all of those are above. That's 3 successes. Fantastic. If you 3 dice succeed, you get a critical success. And that's amazing. What does it look like when you throw this punch? Falcon punch, nice.
I think, I've already broken his nose, but I think it's like hit him, like in the jaw, like breaking his jaw, like knocking both of them down onto the floor.
Bam. You knock him out.
Yeah.
You KO the shit out of this guy. If you guys are cool, I'd love to we just cut to the other 2 coming in.
Yeah.
Enough time's passed for you to have done what you want with this unconscious guy. So you guys hear the sound of combat, some kind of fist fight. Like, you don't hear a gunshot or anything like that. And before long, you're able to arrive at Ye Olde General Shop. What is it, Boomer, when they come in? What have you guys done with this guy? Is he visible? Have you drug him around back? What have you done?
I'm wearing his jacket, and I'm sort of twirling his wallet by the chain. We've definitely moved him out of the shop.
I've taken his knife and I've kind of dragged him out somewhere and left it.
Oh no, you froze.
Oh, you froze for a second. Are you back? Talk to us, Josh.
No,
I'm here.
Okay, you're back.
You might want to cancel your
Okay.
video for a second because you are.
He's moving for me.
Oh, okay, yeah, you're coming back. We believe in you.
Awesome. Just real quick, the jacket that you're wearing, leather jacket, is for like the symbol on the back is the rat finks. Grease
not
finks.
gonna wear
Sorry,
it.
grease finks. A slimy
gonna wear it
face
then.
with a long green tongue licking its own eyeball.
I'm not gonna wear it then.
Okay.
If there's a restaurant nearby that has like a grease pit for used fry grease, I'm gonna stuff it down there.
You're gonna leave and go to a restaurant? Okay.
No, this is like the old town, so there's gonna be something where they dump fry grease. I'm just gonna stuff it in there.
Awesome. Okay, cool. Yeah, so
Acceptable.
Maxie and Zip, you guys come in, you see there's a guy, blue jacket, big guy. He's been
Dead or
busted up his
alive?
face and stuff. I'm sorry, ask again. I talked over you.
Sorry, is he dead or alive?
Is he alive?
I think he's alive. I mean, I didn't want to kill him, but
I'm not keen on it, him being alive.
We can decide later. Put him in the trunk. We have to get going.
A big guy like that, he's not gonna be out for long.
Yeah, put him in the trunk.
I've got his knife on me, so
Hey, now that it's like out and open, it's got your blood on it. You guys smell blood.
Oh yeah.
You smell silver.
Dude, why does this guy have a silver knife?
Don't know. I take the strap off my gym bag and I like give it to somebody to tie him up.
you know we've got rope in here, right?
Yeah, it's I don't want you taking anything out of inventory. I don't want you to get in trouble at work.
You can always buy it.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Also, this, has a nice little connector, really all built in. Just run it through.
All right, as long as he doesn't get out.
Okay, so you guys tie this guy up and throw him in the back of.
Throw in the back of the Priestmobile.
Yeah. Let's stick his own socks in his mouth.
So he's barefoot.
Yeah. Barefoot. Don't take his shoes with us. Lock your place up. Do we need to clean any blood up real quick?
Yeah, there's a little bit.
I took care of it.
Might need one of you to help patch me up a little bit.
Can we do it in the morning?
Not if he was stabbed with silver, but I'll take a look at it. I'll take a look at it while we're on the way. Okay.
All right, so that means
Wilbur,
two
do you
in the
want
back
to take
seat, I'll get in
shotgun?
the front seat.
What'd you say?
I said, oh, that means you two get in the back seat, I'll get in the front seat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, let's go. No time to waste.
I like.
Well, I just grab the little first aid kit from the bathroom.
Oh, I have one in the car.
I make like a meaningful look at the motorcycle and just sort of shake my fist at it, and then angrily get in the passenger side seat.
It's a rice burner, but it's nice.
We
I think
gotta-
as
we got to get rid
as
of
we
that
get
before
in, I
tomorrow
probably
morning.
drop the keys in your lap to the motorcycle.
We got to get rid of that thing before tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
All right, go. Zip.
Well, you could put it. Just leave his keys. Take his keys. Leave his keys in the motorcycle. It'll be gone.
I do that. I
Yeah.
run. I put the keys in the motorcycle and zip back.
Nice. Zip.
Nice. Okay.
Cool. You guys take off from the old general shop, and where you drive them, Zip?
I think we're heading to the Whopper Zoo, right?
Okay. Gauntlet City Zoo, Whopper Valley.
What's the different Whopper Zoo?
Wait. A
Gauntlet
goddamn
City
minute,
Zoo
Zip.
is a little east of
Wait, what?
Whopper Zoo.
Hold on.
It's Whopper Zoo. Is in Whopper Valley.
So there's
There's two zoos.
two zoos?
Two zoos.
Oh, geez, I did not realize
Baltimore doesn't
this.
even have 2 zoos.
Why does it
DC
have
doesn't
2
even have
zoos?
2 zoos.
Are you serious? We don't have 2 zoos.
Just check the map.
Oh my god. Stupid Siri decided I was talking to it when I said 2 zoos. Huh. Okay. All right. Well, learn something about the city every day.
Where's the other zoo?
It said specifically, it did say specifically the Gauntlet City Zoo in the podcast, in the radio show, though.
But he also said Whopper Valley.
Yeah, on this write-up, Gauntlet City Zoo's in Whooper Valley.
Yeah, let's. I
Okay.
hear what you're saying, Dylan.
Okay.
We'll stick with what's on the dock for now, and we'll tweak it for future. But yeah, because I actually wasn't aware that we had 2 zoos.
That's fine. It's on the way to Whopper Valley.
Yep. Okay, cool. Oh, I see
closer.
it now.
Yeah.
It's like way far. It's way far west. Okay, sorry.
What,
Dylan and I are
what
working on
map
the
are you
Gauntlet
talking
City. Dylan and I are working on the Gauntlet City map as we
Yes.
speak, and I did not realize that somehow we had told our mapper that there were 2 zoos. Maybe we should tweak that.
Also, maybe
Okay.
you should share it with us.
Well, we want to we don't want to like
It's half. It's
like yeah, it's barely done. Like it's just been started. It looks cool so far, but there's a
That's
lot of
not
other stuff
how-
that needs to be added.
So
it still has mistakes on it, like 2 zoos.
Yeah, there's 2 zoos. Right? Can't do that. 2018. It's project for 2018. We're good. Okay. All right. So you guys are going to Gauntlet City Zoo. And it's near the end of our time. Also, doing Dogman voice the way I did, I could lose my voice if I keep going with that because I felt super gravelly that second time around. Let's just say that he's still giving warnings about Gauntlet City Zoo, but I'm going to use a thing from Pack of Strays right now with Dogman Radio. And Dogman is interviewing someone who's called in, a caller on Gauntlet City Radio, GCL, WGCL.
So tell me that, stranger. What do you got?
So who wants to be our caller who's giving a little bit of information as you guys are riding onto Gauntlet City Zoo?
Yeah, I'll be on a caller.
Awesome. What is your... Oh, well, I'll just give you a name, damn it. All right. We're going to say the... Baby?
Davey Whitecap.
Davey, thanks for calling in. I understand you got an update on Gauntlet City Zoo, one of our Gauntlet locals. What did you see out there?
Yeah. Hey, first I want to say it's great to be on the show for long time listener, first time caller. But I'm like living right by the zoo, and
You're angrily at the radio.
I living right by the zoo, right? And there's like not just lions out, but there's like wolves out there or something.
Wolves, yeah, wolves. That's the first report we've had. We understand there's a big, furry, large-eared creature. You're saying that this is a wolf, is that right?
I'm frozen. Can you see me?
Yeah, we can see you, but we can hear you, especially Davey. Now keep going. You said there's some kind of wolf, that large, furry creature, larger than a lion. You saying that's a wolf of some kind?
I don't know if that's a wolf, but I'm hearing wolf. I'm hearing all kinds of like "Ow!" kind of stuff, you know.
Oh man, a wolf. All right. So that means Wolfman Radio. Here we are talking about Dogman Radio, talking about some kind of wolf. Huh, interesting. All right. So did you see that outside of the zoo or inside the zoo, Davey?
It's real. I'm not seeing. I'm hearing. Ahoo! But I really can't see over the wall. So I guess it's inside then.
How many howls are you hearing? Like a whole pack or just one lonely wolf?
I don't know. It's like it could be one wolf. It could be a couple wolves, and they're just not talking at the same time.
All right. Well, it's Dogman Radio. You heard it from Davey and me. Stay away from Gauntlet City.
I'll keep you posted. How about some concert tickets?
Oh yeah. Okay, hang on. I'll have my assistant talk to you. Thanks for calling in, Davey. And then we cut to commercial, and I cough a lot. Okay. So, as we're coming up to time, we have you guys, the lights coming across, and you see Gauntlet City Zoo, and you guys would pull up to the parking lot, and you hear the sound of a very loud howl. And that is where we'll stop for this game.
I do have one thing I want to do for the very,
Yes.
very end. You
Yes,
hear the
yes.
howl and I start rolling down the window.
Nice.
And that's where that's
Love it. Cool. So
Stick your head out the window.
Yeah, so wouldn't it have been great if all the windows were down and we're all driving like
I don't know if I'd call that great, but it would be very fun. You can say a few minutes. I'd love to do a Roses and Thorns.
yeah.
Awesome. So let's do that. Roses and Thorns, you guys know the deal, but I'll quickly go over. Thorns are things that could be interpretations of the rules, things that I could have done better. First time running Pack of Strays, so any advice, critique, feedback, I'm very open to it. I enjoyed running the game, and I want to do better next time around. I have some personal notes and thoughts on it, but your feedback and how it came across for you, especially the folks who played Pack of Strays before, love to hear your feedback. So who would like to step up with the first bit of Thorns on our play of Pack of Strays tonight?
I don't know if it's exactly a thorn, but I feel like this is definitely teaching me to, put the things I care about in the crosshairs, because I really like Gauntlet City and don't want it to like burn down, but a Pack of Strays is kind of a dangerous thing, like even more dangerous, I feel like, than a motorcycle gang.
Okay, when it says things like werewolves can leap tall buildings, yeah, I would agree. It's pretty dangerous, isn't it?
Wait, what?
Werewolves can run as fast as a car, crash through walls, leapfrog buildings, shred steel, chomp through bone, smell a mile away, and turn people on with their beastly pheromones. So they can put things at risk. That's right. You guys are awesome. You're like little superheroes, except for the hero part. Any other Thorns, River?
Oh, no, that's it.
Okay, cool.
I'll give a thorn to myself for not realizing that you'd already taken used the name Duke, because
the double Duke Thorn. Okay, that's a fair Thorn.
Yeah, I think that was my fault, because I'm pretty sure I'm the last one that named my character. So
I couldn't say for sure because I didn't notice either, but until it was too late.
Thank you, River, for pointing that out. Definite rose for River for avoiding that. Could be super daisy.
Yeah, so, it'd be really confusing.
My only thorn was I didn't get to throw any dice. Virtually any dice this game, but that's I'm okay with that because I got to play an NPC. So
I can't. That was fun. You were super duper at that, but that's not a thorn. You know, I thought about forcing you to do a thing about the dog. Like I maybe I should have pushed that to a roll. It just
or
felt...
something while we were driving, like something could have happened, like a little road rage thing, or something like some driver could have like engaged us in
that would
road
be
rage.
Great. Somebody cut you off. Oh, yeah. Good suggestion. I actually thought about cops pulling you over and just being dicks, but
I thought about that too. Cops would be good.
Yeah, but, cool. Richard, what thorns did you have?
That was my only thorn. Is like just pushing a little harder on that other scene to make us a little more wolfy.
Yeah.
Like I have high control, but there's always a risk. And also, like even with one success, you're still accepting consequences on one success in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah, I hinted towards the whole like, do you take the booze with you? Should I just
yeah. Push it.
Okay.
Push hard.
I guess you just sort of said, well, that's going to cost you a control.
Yeah.
Oh, really? So you could just like straight up say like, pay a control to do it.
Yeah,
maybe.
Why not?
If you don't want it to get a dice.
Okay. Cool. That's a good suggestion. Awesome. Any other thorns like from running Pack of Strays? Folks have played it before.
No. You did a great job of like push. So that was I was going to go straight to my rose. Like you really did a great job of taking us straight to the action. This is a short game, so like we're going to get 1 hour of play. So pushing straight to Darcy being missing is a good instinct.
Thanks.
So that's like the last 2 times I've run it, I've had to push straight to Darcy being missing, and that tends to move things a lot faster.
I think it's a good threat, and I'm glad that it worked. Good. River, what roses did you have? And again, roses are positives, add a boy, add a girl, feedback to other players, things you really enjoyed about today's session tonight.
I really enjoyed your radio DJ voice. It was exactly the sort of voice I wanted, but even more than that, I enjoyed the voice of that first caller. Like I put in the comments, it was like a spot on Rick Moranis, and it was just so good.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm really glad that went off.
I didn't even realize that's what you're going. You were going for Rick Moranis, right?
I just got to wait for a slightly goofy call-in voice, and Rick Moranis came out of my mouth. So I'm glad you called it, because I was like, yeah, I'm doing Rick Moranis. Okay, let's just keep going. Oh, man. Josh, what roses did you have?
I really liked. I was surprised, but really liked the kind of jumping to that guy having a silver knife. Like, I wasn't quite expecting that. Like, what? How the hell did he know? What's he after me for?
Yeah. I'm glad that you enjoyed me dangling that out there and him screaming they're monsters, And he's been bitten, by the way. So, we know that that's how someone got it, interestingly enough.
He was wearing a jacket.
He bit his hand.
No, I bit his wrist.
Okay, cool.
Philip, I was careful.
All right.
Unlike Darcy.
Maybe only an alpha can turn you. Who knows?
Unlike Darcy and Maxie.
Dylan, what rose did you have?
Well, River took my rose, but I think I'm going to give a rose to Josh for Shadow's portrayal. I like the way that character came together, and especially the interactions at the store, at the general store, was with the biker dude.
I want to say, Dylan, you were a superstar tonight, from the way you were playing Zip and like freaking out over the dog, like just taking that one cue and really running with it. It was super strong. Like it gave me such a solid impression of how you were seeing Zip. And I appreciate you jumping in and doing Davey. That was great. That was super fun. It always makes me nervous, like thrusting that kind of rando spotlight on somebody, but you were game for it, and it was great.
Yeah, it's like I said, if you can't roll, it's the next best thing.
You can't roll playing PC. Richard, I really found Maxie fascinating. Like the way he would always foist everything off on someone else. Like, no, you should drive. No, you should tie him up. I've got this first aid kit. You should apply it to him. That was so it was so consistent. Like you had such a definite picture of Maxie. He like jumped out fully formed. That was neat. And Boomer's kind of impulsive action, the fact that he started at a 2 self-control and just really embodied that, was super cool. I really like Shadow. I was like, oh, he's going with Shadow. What was the Shadow going to be like? But man, he was really relatable. I like that. Yep, I'm going to take care of the store. Oh man, I'm worried about the Bert, but I got to do this. Now I'm going to close early. It's just like all of that felt real. It felt like Clerks level stuff, which I see.
Yeah, just intense verisimilitude, and I definitely felt like I was brushing the edge of like Jay from Clerks being there and just being annoying.
No, you weren't annoying at all. That was great. It was really good. I mean, I was totally biting on the Clerks thing with the milkmaid thing. I can't not make that joke. It's sad. I have poor self-control. So I'm really sad that I don't get to run a second session, but super excited that you guys get to play again. Bill said he'll be able to record it, so I will definitely be watching you guys because I want to see how this comes out. Thank you all so much for trying Pack of Strays with me and the feedback. Definitely want to run this again. This is maybe my favorite Laces and Feelings hack. I really like what Phillips added to the rule set. It's really cool. Cool.
I had a lot of fun. Werewolves are like my favorite mythological creatures, so it's always fun to play around with that.
And
Nice.
Philip,
So
since I know you're going to be watching, it does not feel very Lasers and Feelingsy. So
no, it doesn't. It doesn't, and that's good to me. Like playing werewolves and Lasers and Feelings always ends up really kind of crazy, go nuts, loopy, and this is good. Like it's got some grit. Cool. All right. Well, I'm going to stop the broadcast.
I cooked myself up too much.